everyone, so this video is talking about the optional landforms for your treasure map. So optional landforms. And if you remember correctly, you need 2. Must have, how many? 2. So must have 2. You can have more than 2. You cannot have less than 2. So if you wanted to do 4, great. You at least have to have 2. So our first one is mountains. So what can you draw for a mountain? Mountains are pretty easy. If you draw me parts of a triangle, and if you want to make it look like a mountain range, you just keep adding a bunch together. Some can be bigger, some can be smaller. You want to make it look like there's snow on them. You give it kind of a squiggly at the top. And there you have our mountains. Okay, another option is forests. There's a couple of different ways you can draw forest trees. You can keep it simple. You can draw a bunch of triangles with little squares or rectangles at the bottom. You want to make sure you have a bunch of them fairly close together, because that's what makes it a forest, is trees close together. Now, if you want a little bit more detailed tree, you can draw what looks like triangles stacked on top of each other. It's a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit more time. You may or may not like what it looks like. That is your decision. You can also draw it as if you were to try and draw a Christmas tree. Something like this. It is your choice. Just make sure you have quite a few of them together, otherwise it does not become a forest. You must have trees together for it to become a forest. So, option number 2, forest. Okay, option number 3, a desert. Now, what do you find in a desert? Most people find cactus. So, or cacti. You can start with the top. Something like that. You could do the smaller ones that have all the little spines on them. We gotta get the spines on that guy too. Hang on. Let's give him some spikes too. Obviously, you're gonna take a little bit more time drawing than I am right now. So, desert. You could also even have a tumbleweed, which just looks like a scribble. So, desert is option number 3. Lakes. Just a body of water. They would look really great either at the foot of a mountain or next to some forest, but you can have lakes. Your island can have lakes. Okay, a volcano. So, a volcano is similar to a mountain. You come up and down like a triangle, and then you have a circular crater, and then if you want to draw the lava, you can kind of draw it kind of like melty frosting. If you want to make it have a stream, just make them a little longer. If you want to have it have stuff coming out of the top, just like that. So, volcano is also an option. Last option is you can have extra islands. Now, these are some that I came up with. If you have others that you want to draw, go for it. So, extra islands. If you saw in my first video, I drew a couple little extra islands. You could have a big island. You could make it have some little islands off the end. If you want to make your island look like Mickey Mouse or a teddy bear or something, go for it. Have some fun. So, other islands is another option for you. So, again, these are some ideas for landforms. You have to use at least 2 landforms. At least 2. Do you have to use the ones I gave you? No. If you have some better ones, by all means, use them. If you can come up with other ideas, great. I want to see them. If you are racking your brain and having a hard time, pick 2 of these. That is why I did this video, was so that you had the option to say, Mrs. Vauden, I don't have any ideas. What can I do? So here are some ideas for you. Again, mountains, forest, desert, lake, volcano, and other islands. Okay, I will see you in the next video where we talk about optional buildings. See you there.